Hi, thank you for watching. I just came back from vacation, so I was inspired to do like a summery, bronzy, glowy kind of look. So if you do like this look, then please keep on watching.
So I'm going to use the concealer and the base in the Huda Beauty palette just to set my eyes. And then using the shade Baby in the KKW palette, I'm going to put that in my crease. And then using the shade Butter and Creamsicle in my crease and mix all three of those colors. And using the shade Buns, I'm going to start to put that in my inner and outer corner to start my halo eye and just lightly pack that on until I am satisfied with the color. And using my fluffy blending Sephora brush, I start to blend that out into my eye. And using the shade Chip in the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to deepen those colors. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to bring the color into my crease and blend out those colors. So you see me packing it into my inner and outer corner of my eyes and then bringing it to my crease just so everything can blend together and it doesn't look so harsh. So that's what I'm doing. You see me blending all those colors and taking the same color again that I did before, which is Buns. I put that in my inner and outer corner. And then using my finger, I used the shade West and put it in the middle of my eye for the halo eye. I feel like using my finger works a lot better than a brush because it gets more space and it doesn't look just like a straight line. And then I'm putting some of those brown colors that I had already used in my inner and outer corner just to put back some color that was lost from putting in the color West. And now using my Lash Paradise primer, I put in my eyes, and then my mascara, and then my black eyeliner. Sorry, that's going really fast. And then my primer, the NYX primer, and then my Pore Filling Benefit primer. That's a really good primer, it works really well. So I like to use that mix. Then I use my MAC Studio Fix foundation. I use one pump because I am tan and I want to get away with using it. And then I use my normal concealer, which works really well still for me, even though I did get a really dark tan. And then the only reason why I am contouring my face right now is because my face, as you can see, didn't get as tan as the rest of my body. So that is why I am just going to contour my face. I normally don't do this. I normally just contour my forehead or my lips. But I think I'm going to contour my whole face just so it all evens out and I end up looking tan. I don't care so much about looking so like sculpted because I know I don't even really have like the cheeks for it. It does work sometimes, but I don't really care about that. So I'm just going to contour my face. I'm going to use my little e.l.f. concealer brush just to blend out my NYX concealer. It's in the shade Cocoa, and then I put in my forehead, and it obviously makes it look tanner and smaller. And so then my whole face is evenly contoured. And after I spread it out with my brush, I'm going to use the Beauty Blender just to blend it out and then set my face with my Fenty Beauty powder in Banana. I baked my face and then after that, I don't like wipe it off. I set my face because my face gets really oily, so I keep all that powder on. And it ends up making my face look really matte. Then after that, I'm going to lightly contour my nose. I just like to use the same bronzer that I always use for my nose, just for a light contour. I really need to start using a darker shade because this bronzer isn't dark enough for me right now. So just for now, I'm just packing on a lot of the bronzer on my nose just to get a good contour. Oh, and I already filled in my eyebrows with the NYX brow pomade that I always use. I didn't bother filming it because I feel like you already have seen me fill in my eyebrows. And then I pat out my contour with my sponge. That way it doesn't look so harsh because it does look a little darker on one side, so I just had to fix that a bit. And then I like to contour my lips a little bit with my bronzer and the rest of my face. That way I look very tan. And then after that, I just use my face brush just to blend it all out so it doesn't look so harsh. And then using my blush in Luminoso, I pack it onto my cheeks. This is actually a really beautiful color for when you do have a tan. Yeah, you see me struggling opening it, but you know, I just got it now for summer because I knew that I was going to get tan, and I do get pretty dark, so I just got it for now. It looks really pretty when you have a tan because it has like a shimmery, like a glisten to it or whatever, so it looks really pretty when you're tan because it's kind of like a brighter pink. It's normally not a color I would go for other than when I'm tan. And then I pat it out with my sponge because I do worry about my makeup not like blending in, so that's why I'm always patting my makeup down or like using my brush. And I'm blending out my chin again and my lips. Then I'm setting my eyebrows because, like I said, I had already done them. And I like to set my eyebrows after I do all my powders because my eyebrows do get crazy and sometimes get like all caught up in the bronzer and everything and they get messed up. So that's why I set them after I do my powders. And then I'm using my little e.l.f. brush. This is like a crease brush. I've had this like for years now. I'm going to use like all the browns that I had already previously used, plus that like creamsicle color in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and that light brown that I had already said, and putting it into my lower lash line just to smoke it out so it looks a little more bronzy. And this brush works really well for that. That way it doesn't pack on too much color and look so harsh, especially with these browns. And using the same color, Mrs. West, that I used in the middle of my eye for the halo, I just put it in my inner corner and in my brow bone, just so everything can float together and look really bronzy and pretty. And then I set my face with my setting spray. And then after that, I'm going to use my highlighter, my Makeup Revolution highlighter in the shade Gold Deposit. And it's really good for when you have a tan because it is really really gold and it looks really pretty and it's really like sparkly, but I feel like this doesn't look good when you don't have a tan. That's why I only use this when I am tan. That's why I'm using it now, and it is really good. It's really bronzy and really pretty for when you have a tan. So this is the only time I really use this highlighter because it's really gold and it looks really good for this kind of look. And the way it just blends into the skin is really pretty. But as you can see, it is still a little too dark for me. I just think it's just a dark color. So I like to go over it with my Ofra Cosmetics. One of my favorite highlighters is in the shade Rodeo Drive. This highlighter formula is so amazing. Now this really blends into the skin. Like with the Makeup Revolution one, I do have to pat it out a little bit. But when I just use the Rodeo Drive, I don't have to pat it out at all. It looks really pretty and really seamless and beautiful, and it looks like glass, and that's why I mix them both together, because when I'm tan they both look great together. Because this champagne-y color, it just really dyed down some of the gold because it was a little too dark. And I did mix it with the other highlight in my brow bone. Now using my LA Girl lip liner in the shade Cafe, I'm going to line my lips because it is a light brown. It's not too dark. It's like a nice nude. And then my lip gloss in Moth to Flame by MAC. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked my bronzy look. please like and subscribe. Bye.